Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I want to talk to you about cleansing oils and how to choose the perfect one for your current situation and your skin type. You guys may know that I am a big fan of two-step cleansing and I talk to you about it all the time. Essentially, that is step one, using a makeup remover, and cleansing oils are great for this, to take off your facial makeup. This includes sunscreen as well. And then step two, cleansing, to really cleanse your facial skin. So I split that into two parts, and I find that regardless of how much makeup I'm wearing, if I do those two steps, my skin just feels better. And I think over the long run, it has really helped to improve the overall quality of my skin. So when it comes to cleansing oils, there are so many options out there, and I know it can get really confusing really quickly. And with a lot of the Western brands picking up on this Asian beauty trend, they are releasing their own versions of cleansing oils. How do you choose? There are so many. So I'm not going to talk about, this is the best one or that is the best one, because I believe with most beauty products, it is really up to your own personal preference and skin situation. But I will let you know what qualities to look for in a cleansing oil depending on exactly what results you want to achieve. And there are a few different things to look out for when choosing a cleansing oil. I also want to preface by saying that I will just only be talking about the store-bought pre-blended cleansing oils in this video. Some of you guys may be interested in the oil cleansing method using 100% natural oils, and that's completely fine. But that's a bit of a different video, and today I'm just going to be focusing on the store-bought versions, which turn milky and emulsify as soon as it gets in contact with water. So let's begin. Now, cleansing oils come in many different forms. You think they're all oils and they all come in kind of a liquid consistency? Wrong. Traditionally, cleansing oils do come in more of a liquid oil, it swishes around and things like that in a bottle. But nowadays, cleansing oils also come in gel formulations where it looks like a gel and then you smooth onto your face, start massaging, and it turns into an oil and emulsifies with water just the same way. There are other cleansing oils which come in a balm format, which you smooth onto the skin, rub it around, it turns into an oil, emulsify, washes right off. So there are some options for you, and I think cleansing oils are great for traveling because you can get them in the gel format or even in kind of like a solid. So they will go through security a bit easier. They don't count as your liquid limitation, and makes things a little smoother. So cleansing oils, many different forms. I don't think one necessarily performs better than the other in terms of the variations. So it's really just up to your personal preference. Now, believe it or not, cleansing oils actually come in different textures. And although they may all look like, water in a bottle, some are actually thinner in consistency and some are actually thicker. Now, doesn't mean that one necessarily performs better than the other at removing makeup all the time, but they are different in terms of how they feel on the skin. One great example I happen to have on hand is here, the Biotherm Biosource High Efficiency Cleansing Oil. Now, this one is very fluid and it swishes around just like water, even though it's oil in a bottle. On the other hand, the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil is much thicker, almost silkier, creamier of a consistency, even though it is also a cleansing oil in a liquid form. So do take note that they come in slightly different variations, although they all come in bottles and swishes around. And really, it just depends on what skin type you have. I think those who have more oily skin would like something that feels a bit lighter, for example, like the Biotherm right here. And as a general rule of thumb, I think those who have drier skin or more dehydrated skin, or even actually more sensitive skin, may prefer something a bit thicker, more emollient feeling on the skin. Now, of course, ingredients are especially important in cleansing oils. I would say the majority of them, in terms of taking off makeup, works very, very similarly. There's not a huge, heaven and earth difference in terms of how well they remove makeup, with a few exceptions. A couple of cleansing oils are just bad and they don't do the job. But for the most part, they're pretty average across the board. But in terms of ingredients though, I think one thing to take note of is that certain cleansing oils contain mineral oil, and that tends to make the cleansing oil feel lighter in consistency versus those without, and they tend to feel a little richer, creamier, slightly heavier, shall we say. Now, this really depends on how you react to mineral oil. For myself, I break out very easily to any skincare products with mineral oil if it sits on my skin for more than a couple of minutes. So one great example is that even from the same brand, Uemura, who is very well known for making some beautiful cleansing oils, I have two from them right here. This one, the Pore-finist Anti-Shine Fresh Cleansing Oil, so the pink bottle, is actually mineral oil free. However, this one, the Uemura, I believe this is the whitening cleansing oil. Yes, the Blanc Chroma cleansing oil, by the way, special packaging, limited edition from the Yazbuki collection in collaboration with Uemura. But this one is a whitening cleansing oil, and this actually does contain mineral oil. So, even within the same brand, it's very important for you to look into the ingredients if that's something that may break your skin out or cause any sensitivity or irritation. Mineral oil, the way I see it, it helps, but it's not the best ingredient for all skin types, and some skin types just break out with them, like mine. And I've tested this over and over again. I just can't use something with mineral oil that sits long term on my skin. Doesn't feel good. My skin reacts very badly. However, in terms of a cleansing oil, if I will be doing a second step cleansing after using the cleansing oil, not a deal breaker. I would still use something with mineral oil if it happens to have it. With that being said, I do find that cleansing oils with mineral oil in them tends to just remove the makeup a little faster when you're massaging. You don't have to massage quite as long to get the makeup to, come off of the skin, slide right off. And that is pretty consistent with all of the cleansing oils I've used thus far. The third thing to look for when choosing cleansing oil is really how well it emulsifies. By that I mean when you're using cleansing oil, I'll give you a quick run through. Dry hands, dry skin, makeup on, totally fine, that's the point. Get some cleansing oil onto your palms, smooth it around, and really massage all over your face. Essential, dry hands, dry face, right? And then you're supposed to take a couple of drops of water, a couple drops, and just massage your hands so they turn milky. Rinse that off, take a couple of drops of water or just wet your palms, shake off some water, and just lightly apply a little bit of water to your face. Don't start dousing your face in water when you still have the cleansing oil on, because then it won't emulsify. The emulsification process is really what makes cleansing oils so magical. They work like an oil, but then they rinse away very clean. And emulsification is a factor to look for. Some cleansing oils just emulsify better than others. I am not completely caught up on the science behind them, but I believe there's a certain chemical ingredients that they add to cleansing oils in order to make it emulsify once it comes in contact with water. And as soon as you start massaging them, they turn milky, they rinse right off, beautiful. But there are, differences between them, and this is really coming down to trial and error. For example, I would say that the Biotherm, for example, emulsifies really well. The Uemura also emulsifies pretty well. Which is one I've used that doesn't? Can't think off the top of my head. A few of them don't, and I would say probably the DHC takes a slightly longer to emulsify than the Uemura. Just in terms of what I have in my current skincare routine. So there are differences. For the most part, if you spend enough time doing the massage and you're not adding too much water at once, they all come off and take the makeup off altogether. But some can feel a little bit more drying after you've taken off the cleansing oil, while others feel a little bit more emollient. And that really, preference depending on your own skin type, whether you're dry, combination, or oily skinned. To wrap this up, I think those are the three key characteristics I would recommend that you look at when choosing a cleansing oil. Number one, the format, the texture of the cleansing oil. Number two, the ingredients, if you're allergic to anything or reactive or it breaks you out. And number three, how well it emulsifies. The rest of the stuff, like, does it have a fragrance, does it not, how expensive it is, how inexpensive it is, those are very minor details and doesn't really, I would say, make a judgment on how well the product works. Now, I have reviewed, I believe, a couple of cleansing oils already on my blog. I will link them down below if I have any, and you can check them out. If you have a particular question on cleansing oils I have not answered in this general video, leave me a comment down below and I can get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, drop me a comment and let me know what is your favorite cleansing oil if you use one, and if you don't, are you interested, or intrigued by this whole cleansing oil phenomenon? So talk to me down below in the comments. My social media accounts are also in the information bar. I would love to chat with you on any of those fancy schmancy sites as well. Until next time, take great care of yourselves and your skin, and I will see you very soon in another video. Bye for now.